let's start off with showing you the fabric, the new fabric that we've got in. This is our flutter petals with hummingbirds on it. Perfect for this time of year to bring in some spring flowers. Super fun. Then we have the bear veil. And if you like this, jump on it because they're disappearing very fast. We put this out yesterday and customers gobbled it up. I gobbled it up. This goes home with me today. And then it has the coordinating fabric that goes with it. And this is Mountain Splendor. We also have the wide back in this color for the backing of a quilt. And I guess this one's going home with me also because it's just fabulous. So events that are coming up, that's why we're re-recording this also, is because we want you to know what is coming because there's a lot happening. Next Thursday, January 22nd, Sit and Stitch. At 10:30 there will be a demo, and it's also a great time to do show and tell. Bring your friends. There's warm beverages. You can set from 10:30 to 4:30, and I changed that from the first one. So if you read my lips, that has been changed. On the 24th, a week from tomorrow, local quilt shop day. At 10:30 there'll be a demo, and the demo will have a pattern for a block, and the tool that I'm using will be 20% off on that day. If you want the pattern for the block, if you order online, you can get it, or of course come in the store. On February 7th is our 3rd anniversary, and we've got something special to put on sale. It's about, I'll give you a hint, it's pretty major in our store, something that we do pretty major. And there'll be a make and take, and everybody in your family can make one, and that's going to be going on all day, and that'll be in our classroom space. On March 8th, we'll be beginning our seasonal table runner of the quarter. And if you order this by March 6th, you'll get 15% off. So the first this is the spring table runner, and the design of these is by Lori Yonker. This is summer. It's always fun to hold summer things up in winter. Now this one we changed from Lori's original pattern because we're all about the aspen up here. So every quarter you'll have the table runner kit mailed to you. And in time for the season. And this is winter. So it's not every 3 months. We've scheduled it so that we finish in time for you to finish the winter one and have it ready for your table. So my demo today is using the circle around tool, and this tool has the lines in it, so it starts from 6 and goes up to 17, and this is the size of the diameter of the circle that you can cut with this tool. It also has a coordinating book that will take you even farther. So I demoed this at the local guild, and somebody mentioned about making it into a drunkard's path block, and it does work for that. But to start off, I'm going to show you how to do the circle part. Now again, I just gave my secret away. So you're going to start off with squares. And you're going to take your squares and you are going to iron them. And you want to get a really good crease in them. So I'm going to iron it this way, and then I would fold it over. And you want to make sure everything is lined up nicely, and you want to iron so you have another fold over here. And I've already ironed one right here. And it's got the 2 folds on it. And you're going to do the same thing with your background piece. Then you're going to take the circle around tool, and you're going to place it on the fold lines. It says fold line here. Hold on, let's quit wobbling. Fold line over here and the fold line right here also. I don't know if that shows good enough there. So I'm going to line that up with my point, going to my point. So there's a point right here, and this is the fold line, and this is the fold line. These other lines are if you're going to be doing half squares or quarter squares. So they have the additional 1/4 inch added in for seaming it. So I've already cut this, so we're going to leave the blade shut. And I'm cutting at the 8-inch diameter. And so I cut around. And now I have another piece here. This can be used again. You'll see how in just a moment. And here's our first circle. So this again is going to be the center circle. Then on this one here, again, this is the fold line here, and this is the fold line here. You're going to cut this smaller. So this was at 8. This one here, you're going to go 1 inch smaller, lining it up the same way you did on the circle, the center circle. And this time you're going to cut it at 7. So you always want to cut the outside border 1 inch smaller. So then when I open this one up, you can use this circle again if you want to go smaller. So this is the center. And this is the border. But before you put them together, you want to take your circle and you want to fold it one more time over, and you want to be as precise as you can on getting this folded over, which I already have one done here. And you want to press it really well. And you want to do the same thing with your border fabric. You want to fold it over one more time, very precisely. This has been opened is why it's not laying out right here. Oh my. Okay, well, as I said, this is a second take, so this is actually was pressed very well, lined up. And then when you open it, you have 8 sections. You're only going to use 8 pins to pin these together. So your circle is going to be facing up. It'll be on the bottom. Your frame will be fabric facing up, and then you're going to put the 2 right sides together by taking your frame and turning it in and back. Now these, at least half of them, the seams will nest together very easily. If they don't, if they happen to be opposite, then you're just going to use your fingers and feel the difference. Then I'm going to take a pin, and I like to double pin by not using 2 pins, but by going in, out, and you want to stay back far enough that your 1/4 inch foot can stitch around without removing your pin. And notice that by pinning it twice, it doesn't shift as much. It doesn't get wiggly on it. So I've already have this one here pinned. This is what it'll look like when it's pinned, and I've already stitched this one. And so I've done a 1/4 inch stem stitch all the way around. I do needle down and stitch length at 2, and then I do 4 to 5 stitches and stop and just readjust my piece as I go. And then when you get done, that, and you take it out, you have this very nice circle. Look how nice that circle is. It even gets better after you press it. So you want to press your seams towards the circle, And I did have one to show you. Oh, I do have one actually. It's not the same fabric. And it's a little bit bigger. And yes, that's because I re-ironed it and pressed it off there a little bit. And you end up with this perfect little circle. So you can put patterns in the center. You can take blocks, orphan blocks, and cut them out and put them in the center. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're not going to put too much into this. Yep, obviously that's not together. But so what I have done, what I've added to this is, somebody recommended that I could make this into a drunkard's path block, and I can. And what it does is it eliminates 4 pins, and I find that it's faster because when you do a drunkard's path, you do 3 pins, 2 outer edges and 1 in the center. And I've already done all that, and then I can just cut it into sections, and I end up this way with the drunkard's block. Or you could lay them out this way too. You go this to this, and it can continue on here hopefully, to this, and make your chain. So that is my demo for today, and I'm sorry about the first one if you watched it and you couldn't hear me. I hope you can hear me now. We'll try again. Have a great day.